Hello, everyone, and welcome. Today, I want to share an in-depth exploration of a topic that might be overlooked far too often. Seeds. Yes, those tiny powerhouses of nutrition that sometimes slip our minds when we're planning meals or seeking new ways to stay healthy. This discussion is especially meaningful if you've noticed over the years that keeping up your energy, maintaining strong digestion, and looking after your heart has become more and more important. If you've been feeling like you could use a simple but effective boost, something to give your well-being a gentle nudge, then keep listening. By the end of this talk, you'll know which seeds can become your new best friends and which ones might deserve a little more caution. Let's begin with a simple truth. Seeds are tiny capsules of life. A seed holds the genetic blueprint and nutrients to start an entire plant, which is why so many seeds are packed full of protein, healthy fats, vitamins, minerals, and other compounds. When we consume them in a balanced way, we're tapping into that same primal energy source that helps plants flourish. However, not all seeds are created equal, and some varieties may be more beneficial or riskier than you think. So let's walk through 4 seeds that most nutrition enthusiasts wholeheartedly recommend, followed by 4 you should treat with care. First on the list of valuable seeds are chia seeds. Chia seeds might be small, but they hold a nutritional profile that's anything but tiny. Imagine a single tablespoon offering a generous dose of omega-3 fatty acids that support heart health and brain function. They also contain ample fiber, which can be especially relevant if you've struggled with irregular digestion or if you just want to keep your gut happy. Another interesting characteristic, when chia seeds meet liquid, they swell up and form a gel-like coating. This often helps you feel fuller for a longer period, which can be beneficial if you're watching your weight or trying to curb unhealthy snacking. For anyone concerned about cholesterol levels or blood sugar spikes, chia seeds' fiber content can help moderate these aspects, offering stability and sustained energy. If you've been told by your doctor or nutritionist to keep an eye on your cardiovascular well-being, chia might be a helpful ally. Next, we have flax seeds. These glossy brown or golden seeds have earned their spot on many superfood lists for good reason. They're renowned for their alpha-linolenic acid, a plant-based omega-3 fatty acid, and a special category of compounds called lignans. Lignans are believed to offer antioxidant effects and contribute to hormonal balance. Research suggests they may support breast and prostate health, which is a point of interest for many people looking to promote long-term wellness. Flax seeds are also quite rich in both soluble and insoluble fiber. Soluble fiber can help regulate cholesterol and blood sugar, while insoluble fiber supports regular bowel movements. One crucial tip, though, is that flax seeds are more beneficial when ground. Whole flax seeds can slip through your system without being fully digested. So either purchase pre-ground flax meal or use a coffee grinder to break them down at home. That way, you'll extract the maximum nutrition. Third on our list are pumpkin seeds, sometimes called pepitas. If you've ever carved a pumpkin and scooped out the seeds, you've seen these flat oval treasures. Beyond their appealing taste, pumpkin seeds are a strong source of zinc, iron, and magnesium. These 3 minerals are vital for various functions. Zinc helps with immune support and wound healing. Iron contributes to hemoglobin production, key for transporting oxygen in the body. And magnesium plays a role in everything from muscle function to heart rhythm. The older we get, the more attentive we might need to be about these minerals. Some people find that ensuring adequate magnesium, for instance, helps with muscle cramps or even certain sleep issues. Pumpkin seeds also bring a healthy dose of antioxidants like vitamin E and carotenoids, which can reduce oxidative stress in the body. If you're someone who wants to keep your heart healthy, your skin glowing, and your energy levels stable, pumpkin seeds might deserve a place in your pantry. Our 4th recommended seed is hemp seed. Don't worry, these come from a variety of the cannabis sativa plant that doesn't cause any psychoactive effects. Hemp seeds stand out because they are an exceptional plant-based source of complete protein, containing all essential amino acids your body can't produce on its own. Many older adults or people trying to cut back on meat look for alternative protein sources, and hemp seeds fit that requirement nicely. They also contain a balanced ratio of omega-6 to omega-3 fats, which is crucial because too much omega-6 relative to omega-3 can increase inflammation in the body. Adequate iron, zinc, and magnesium round out the nutritional benefits, making hemp seeds a versatile addition to smoothies, salads, or yogurt bowls. Their subtle, nutty flavor typically blends well with many dishes without overpowering the taste. Now that we've covered 4 seeds brimming with good stuff, it's time to shift gears and discuss a few seeds you may want to approach more cautiously. The first are apple seeds. If you grew up biting into apples straight off the tree, you may have accidentally crunched into an apple seed or two. But did you know these seeds contain a compound called amygdalin, which can release cyanide in the body under certain conditions? Cyanide is indeed toxic in significant amounts. The good news is that swallowing 1 or 2 seeds by accident typically isn't enough to hurt you, especially if they pass through your system unbroken. However, intentionally chewing a large number of apple seeds over time could pose a real danger. The older we get, the more mindful we often become about the small daily habits that can either support health or, in some cases, cause harm. In this situation, it's best to remove the seeds if you're planning to juice apples or throw them into a high-powered blender for smoothies, ensuring you steer clear of any potential risk. Next, let's talk about tomato seeds. Tomatoes are adored worldwide. They're the star ingredient in sauces, salads, soups, and so many beloved dishes. Yet some people find that tomato seeds can irritate their digestive tract, especially if they have certain conditions like irritable bowel syndrome or diverticulitis. Tomato seeds also contain lectins, natural proteins found in many foods, which in some sensitive individuals may exacerbate inflammation in the gut. Are tomato seeds universally harmful? Not necessarily. Many people consume them daily with no issues. Still, if you've noticed discomfort or have a history of inflammatory bowel conditions, it might be worth removing the seeds or reducing tomato consumption. Sometimes small adjustments can make a big difference, especially if you're among those trying to manage ongoing digestive health concerns. The third seed to be mindful of is the poppy seed. This one might raise an eyebrow because poppy seeds are found in classic baked goods, bagels, muffins, and various sweet or savory treats. In moderation, commercially processed poppy seeds tend to be safe. But here's the catch. Poppy seeds originate from the opium poppy plant, which can contain trace amounts of opiates like morphine and codeine. Although most poppy seeds sold for cooking are thoroughly washed and processed to remove most of these substances, occasionally large quantities or unwashed seeds can pose potential risks. Some people have even tested positive for opioids on a drug test after consuming large amounts of poppy seeds. Cases of toxicity are uncommon, but it's worth noting if you love your poppy seed pastries or if you're subjected to routine drug screenings, perhaps for work. This might be particularly relevant for anyone in fields like healthcare or transportation, where testing is common. The best approach is to enjoy poppy seeds in moderation and buy them from trusted brands. Finally, let's address cherry seeds, or more accurately, cherry pits. Much like apple seeds, cherry pits can contain amygdalin, the same compound that releases cyanide when broken down in the body. Usually people don't eat cherry pits because they're quite hard, and any accidental swallowing might see the pit pass intact through the digestive system. But occasionally someone decides to crack the pit open to taste the kernel inside, and that's where trouble can begin. Though the risk of serious poisoning from 1 or 2 crushed pits is relatively low, any habit of regularly consuming them is dangerous. If you love cherries, as many of us do, just spit out the pit or remove it carefully in recipes. There's no reason to put your health at risk by deliberately ingesting them, especially as we age and become increasingly vigilant about toxic exposures that could gradually burden our system. So, how do we turn this information into practical day-to-day habits? First, if you're intrigued by chia seeds, flax seeds, pumpkin seeds, or hemp seeds, try incorporating them gradually into meals or snacks. Sprinkle a spoonful of chia or ground flax into your oatmeal. Toss pumpkin seeds into a crisp salad or munch on them as a midday pick-me-up. Stir hemp seeds into a fruit smoothie or blend them with water to create a creamy hemp milk alternative. By introducing seeds in small quantities, you allow your digestive system to adapt, and you can gauge any personal reaction. Remember that every individual is unique. If you have a sensitivity or an existing medical condition, it's always wise to consult a healthcare professional for personalized guidance. Second, be mindful about seeds that carry potential hazards, like those in apples, cherries, and, for certain individuals, tomatoes. You don't need to live in fear of these foods. Apples and cherries themselves are nutritious choices, but removing or discarding the seeds is a simple practice. The same goes for poppy seeds. You can still savor a slice of poppy seed cake or bagel, but be aware that excessive consumption or using questionable sources of unwashed seeds could lead to unwanted issues. Now, you might be wondering, does including beneficial seeds truly make a noticeable difference for older adults? In many cases, yes. The fiber in seeds can help maintain comfortable digestion, which is crucial if you're dealing with common age-related shifts in bowel habits. The healthy fats may support cholesterol balance and cardiovascular health. And when you're mindful of seeds that can interfere with digestion or contain toxins, you're taking an easy and proactive step in reducing your risk of minor, yet cumulative harms. If you're still on the fence about whether seeds deserve a place on your grocery list, consider giving yourself a short trial period. Perhaps for a week or two, add a tablespoon of ground flax to your daily routine, or garnish your dinner with pumpkin seeds. Keep track of any changes. Are you feeling more satiated? Are you experiencing better regularity in the bathroom? Is your overall energy a bit steadier throughout the day? These small shifts can be meaningful as you navigate the balance between enjoying food and nourishing your body. For anyone who loves exploring recipes, seeds also open the door to creativity in the kitchen. Mix chia seeds with water or milk to form a pudding and top it with your favorite fruits. Blend hemp seeds with basil, garlic, and olive oil to make a delicious pesto that's higher in protein than the traditional recipe. Roast pumpkin seeds with a pinch of sea salt and your favorite herbs for a crunchy snack that rivals potato chips but with more nutritional value. If you're feeling adventurous, you might explore flax crackers. Simply mix ground flax seeds with water, a bit of seasoning, and bake them until crisp. By introducing variety and flavor, you can keep your meals interesting without sacrificing your health goals. As with all aspects of nutrition, moderation is the golden rule. Seeds can be quite calorie-dense because of their healthy fat content. Enjoying them in controlled quantities can bring tremendous benefits without piling on extra calories you don't need. For older adults especially, calorie needs might decrease over time, but nutrient needs can stay the same or even increase. Seeds fit neatly into that puzzle. They're nutrient-dense, so a small serving can provide a lot of essential vitamins and minerals. If at any point you're uncertain about portion sizes, consult a nutritionist or dietitian to help you tailor an approach that aligns with your personal health profile. Let's circle back and emphasize why a conversation about seeds is more than just a trendy topic. We live in a time when health advice seems to come from every corner, some of it helpful, some of it misleading. Seeds are a bit less flashy than superfood powders or exotic berries, yet they offer proven benefits that have been recognized for centuries across different cultures. This knowledge has only deepened with scientific research, confirming many of the advantages of seeds like chia, flax, pumpkin, and hemp. At the same time, we owe it to ourselves to be aware of potential pitfalls. Apple seeds and cherry pits containing compounds that release cyanide sounds dramatic, but it's true. Nature has its own checks and balances, and we must respect them. In an era when older adults might be juggling conditions like high blood pressure, diabetes, or lowered immunity, every little step toward better nutrition can add up. By focusing on nutrient-rich, minimally processed foods, particularly seeds that are known to offer a bounty of healthy fats, protein, and minerals, you can fortify your diet without too much fuss. And of course, it's not just about preventing harm. It's about feeling vital, awake, and ready to engage with life. Whether that means spending more time with grandchildren, staying active on nature walks, or simply enjoying your favorite hobbies. If you found these insights valuable, I encourage you to share them with family or friends. It's surprising how many people remain unaware that something as common as an apple seed contains a potentially toxic compound, or how frequently individuals endure digestive upset without realizing that tomato seeds may be part of the issue. Knowledge is empowerment, especially when it's rooted in practical steps we can act on immediately. You don't need to overhaul your entire diet. Sometimes small changes like choosing the right seeds and avoiding the wrong ones can lead to meaningful improvements in how you feel each day. Let's also highlight the importance of quality when it comes to purchasing seeds. Whenever possible, look for organic or reputable brands, particularly for seeds like poppy seeds and hemp seeds. Well-regulated sources typically undergo rigorous processes to remove unwanted substances and ensure safety. Storing seeds in airtight containers in a cool, dry place can help preserve their nutritional value and prevent rancidity, especially for seeds rich in polyunsaturated fats. A rancid seed may taste off and won't deliver the same benefits. And remember, there's no need to adopt a scarcity mindset or fear food groups entirely. Instead, think of it as a balancing act. Embrace the seeds known to nourish you while simply being mindful of those that can cause problems if consumed incorrectly or in large amounts. This balanced perspective will help you maintain a positive relationship with food, one rooted in enjoying what you eat while nourishing your body. That's particularly crucial in older adulthood, when every decision about our diet can have a more pronounced impact on long-term health and day-to-day comfort. As we wrap up, let's summarize the key points one more time in simple terms. Feel free to enjoy chia seeds, flax seeds, pumpkin seeds, and hemp seeds as valuable additions to your meals. They're packed with nutrients that can support a range of bodily functions. Apple seeds, tomato seeds, for certain individuals. Poppy seeds and cherry pits are areas for caution. Apple seeds and cherry pits can release cyanide. Tomato seeds may irritate sensitive digestive systems, and excessive or unwashed poppy seeds might pose an opioid-related risk. Moderation and preparation are important. Grind flax seeds, consider removing tomato seeds if you have gut concerns, and avoid chewing on apple or cherry seeds. If you love poppy seeds, enjoy them from trusted brands and in reasonable quantities. Above all, tailor these guidelines to your personal health status. Seek professional advice if you have any underlying conditions that could be affected by your dietary choices. Thank you for joining me for this deep dive into the world of seeds. It might seem like a small topic on the surface, but the ripple effects of making smart decisions about what we eat can't be overstated. My hope is that you walk away with actionable ideas for improving your meals and supporting your well-being, one handful of seeds at a time. If you found this helpful, consider sharing it with someone else in your life who might benefit. Wishing you robust health and happy eating. Let's keep learning, growing, and thriving together.